Hello, welcome, everybody. I am David Michael Peterson, and this is 5 Minute DFS. And here today, I am running through my cash game lineup for Week 17 of the NFL season and how I won 100% of my head-to-head contest. So, as you can see in the thumbnail, I scored over 200 points in my cash game lineup. It was kind of a surprise because I woke up late Sunday morning. It was like already noon, and I was like, shoot, I didn't do my lineup yet. And so I already knew throughout the week from my research like who I was starting to target, but I hadn't narrowed it down quite yet. So I quickly threw that together. And sadly, I only was able to enter in like $25 worth of contests. I had 20 head-to-head $1 lineups, and then one $5 little mini tournament that I've been doing with some buddies all year. But I won every single thing that I did with this just one lineup. And here we're going to get right on into it in my thought process. So as we can see, I have Deshaun Watson at quarterback. He was the main target I was looking at all week. Josh Allen was also in there, but there was some concerns whether or not he would play the whole game. So I ended up going with Deshaun Watson because I knew that they had the talent to compete with the Tennessee Titans and put up points. So fantasy-wise, I wanted to get Deshaun Watson in there. Ty Johnson for the Jets, the running back. He was a very, very cheap running back, and I believe $4,300. And he'd only put up 8.8 points, but he's still got a lot of value for what his price was. So that was able to get me Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor into this lineup as well. As we see, like I just mentioned, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, they both exploded. Those were the two biggest running backs I was looking at this week. Jonathan Taylor, he just ran wild, over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, I believe. And then Derrick Henry, the same thing. He was going up against Houston. They are a terrible run defense all year. I just wanted to jam this in, see what's going on, and just ride my way to the money, So at the wide receiver side, my thought process here was Justin Jefferson. He's been getting 8+ targets week in, week out, and even reaching like 12, 13 targets from week to week. And they're playing my home team, the Lions, and being a Lions fan, I know the best that we suck at defense. So I knew Justin Jefferson was going to be a great play, especially where his price was. And then Jerry Jeudy, he was looking like a really good play, especially coming off last week with a shit ton of targets. And then he ended up popping off right towards the end of the game, going from like barely even 10 points. All of a sudden, I look back at the lineup and he has 30, and I was like, holy crap, I'm about to like get 200 points here. And Gabriel Davis, I had a feeling that Stephon Diggs would probably be limited in their workload because the Bills had already secured their playoff spot. And I knew Gabriel Davis gets targets in the past. Luckily, he ended up getting 2 really big catches. I believe both were like 50 yards, one for a touchdown. So we only had 2 catches, but he still popped off for 21 points. And at his price of $3,600, he was huge for my lineup. Huge, I tell you. And then right there at tight end and defense, I kind of just punted the position. I just matched Akins with Watson because just a little bit of correlation, and there's not many other tight ends down there at that range. And then the Browns defense, my thinking was they had Mason Rudolph in. He was bound to make some mistakes, but sadly they only got 3 points. But that is how I got over 200 points in my cash game lineup for Week 17. I'm sad that I didn't enter it into tournaments or anything or have more time to go about that. I believe it would have been a very profitable week if I did that. But just down to the straight numbers, I basically doubled my money. I put in $25 on the week, which is not much at all. But I got back $49.50. And if I were to extrapolate that over a larger input of money, I feel like it would have been a very profitable week. But overall, I'm very happy with it. And I'm looking to make the same exact moves coming up this next week in the playoffs. Thank you very much for watching. This is 5 Minute DFS, and have a good one.